All right, hello. This video is for IT 480, and we'll talk about the key terms for Chapter 2. So key things that you should be aware of in Chapter 2, you should understand about the operating system. Now, in this case, we're talking about it in context of networking devices, so Cisco switches and routers, but they still have similar features or functions to normal computer or mobile device operating systems. So you should understand what is the shell, what is the kernel, and what is the hardware. So those three things, you should have a good sense of what those are and what they mean when we describe them. So again, the shell, the kernel, and let's see if I can get my fingers to show properly. Shell, kernel, and the hardware. So those three things. I feel like a little monster is going to eat me. Anyway, secondly is how do you connect to remote Cisco devices for administration purposes? So historically, there was a protocol used called Telnet. More commonly now and more secure is SSH. So you should understand what those two protocols are and what are the significant differences between them. Interface types. Be able to recognize and identify and describe what is a VTY, that's Victor Tango Yankee, VTY interface, what is a console interface, and what is the exec, EXEC, Echo X-ray, Echo Charlie, the exec interface, or commonly called the exec mode. What is that? And those other two interfaces, VTY and console. Being able to identify what those are and how they're used, what does that mean? You should recognize some commands associated with the CLI, or the command line interface. That's how we interact largely with switches and routers and other Cisco equipment and other manufacturers, not just Cisco. So some of those types of commands would be configuring an IP address, setting password to use encryption, or other types of basic things. And we'll learn more as the semester continues. What is a router? What is a router and what is its purpose? Why do we have a router? And similar to that, what is a gateway and what does it accomplish for us? And being able to identify those two terms and define those properly. And then also common utilities you hopefully have used in previous classes, but things like ping and traceroute, netstat, what are these common utilities? What do they do for us and how do we use them? So those are kind of the key terms. They may pop up on a quiz for this chapter and I should know those. So thanks, aloha.